Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you everything I got in my kids' stockings, but we're also gonna go over what I got in my husband's stocking, what I got for the dog stocking, as well as what we put in our Christmas Eve box, which I think anything that goes in the Christmas Eve box could probably go also in the stockings or vice versa. So I thought I would just share that with you as well. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. If you like what you see in this video, be sure to hit subscribe. I do always share this video and you guys always seem to like it every year. Not only is this to give you kind of some ideas if you have a stocking to fill, or maybe just like little bits you want to give to the people in your life. I also think because I am such a frugal queen that people are curious as to what the holidays look like for my family. So if you're in either of those boats, I hope you enjoy this. Now, I will preface this by saying that everyone has their own traditions, and no matter what your traditions are, they're not wrong. So if you look at all the things I got my family and you think like that's way too much, that's totally fine. And if you look at it and you think, wow, she is so cheap, those poor children, you know, whatever. Everybody does their own thing and it's all fine. So don't worry about it if your Christmas doesn't look like mine, it's fine. And today we are gonna start with the Christmas Eve box. My family has a tradition that on Christmas Eve morning, my two sons, they are ages 10 and 8, they get to open the Christmas Eve box. And I actually made this box when they were little. It's actually made out of a wine crate. It's already stuffed full, as you can see. And I used these little Scrabble letters on the top. It's starting to get a little rough around the edges here because it's a little old, but like, that's fine. And this is the box, and there are traditional gifts we put in there every year. The kids basically already know what they're going to get in this box before they even open it. But I think that builds the excitement of those just sort of little family traditions. So I will share with you what we put in there every year. So the first thing we have in the Christmas Eve box is a pair of pajamas. I get pajamas for my boys every single year. They know it, they love it, they look forward to it. I got them both on Amazon this year. I didn't even take these out of the package yet. This one is for my older son, and they are just the Amazon Basic brand, and it's like that sort of like insulated material. For my little guy, I did take these out just to make sure they would be like, you know, true to size. And I thought that just going with an Amazon Essentials, it was like really affordable. I want to say less than $20, but it depended on the size and on the pattern you chose. But there were a ton of different patterns to choose from. So if you have jammies you need for a little, these were very affordable and very flexible. The next thing that's in the Christmas Eve box every year that the kids look forward to is a book. This year I scored really good deals. We have a place, well, it's like an hour away from me, but I refer to it as the bins. And it's this like warehouse that has these bins full of just crap, you guys. But it's like returns from Amazon, from Target, like pallet buyouts, right? You never know what you're gonna find in there. And like there's one day a week where everything in the bins is $1. It's usually garbage, but sometimes I find some things, and I picked up books from the bins. So I only paid $1 for each of these books. One of them was they're both from Target originally, but they were return items. So, or whatever, I don't know. But for my little guy, I picked up the Hogwarts Library. He is really into Harry Potter right now. And it's the Tales of Beedle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's a 3-pack, $1 for this. So that's gonna be in there for him. My oldest, he's more of a nonfiction guy, but I try to get him into some series or something like that. So anytime I see something that might pique his interest, I grab it. And this one is called Impossible Creatures. It's book 1. And he does love like a dragon fantasy situation from time to time. If I can get him like into it. So maybe he'll do that. So I picked up this one for him. If your kids are a fan of this series, let me know. Next in the Christmas Eve box, my children always get a Christmas ornament. And my tradition is I buy the Christmas ornaments the year before on clearance. And these were like 90% off. I literally paid like 10 cents for these little mushrooms. So I got these last year and they've just been sitting in this bin since then, waiting for Christmas Eve. And my children have their nice own little collection of ornaments. They have their own little bins in the Christmas stuff, and they really enjoy and look forward to getting them out every year. So I got them each a little shroom. So cute. The next thing that we always put in the Christmas Eve box is a sweatshirt, sweater, hoodie, something like that. My kids are just like rough on their clothes, and we pretty much thrift all of their clothes all the time, so they don't ever really get anything brand new that often. And honestly, neither of them care that much about clothes, but it's something that I still think is important to give them a clothing item. And they usually both wear them then on Christmas Eve. That's the day that we go to my parents' house. We have the big meal with the big family, and the kids like to have something new to wear. So I picked them up each these Adidas hoodies. I got the black one, I think this is for my oldest, and then the blue one for my youngest and you guys. I got such a good deal on these at Meijer, which if you're not from the Midwest, it's like a big grocery store, but they also have great clothes. So I got these clearanced off. They were originally $40 and they were clearanced for $24. And then on the day I just happened to be strolling through Meijer like 6 months ago, everything, all the clothes with the yellow clearance tags were an additional 70% off. So I paid like nothing for these. And that's why I always keep my eye out year round. That's my biggest frugal tip, is to be shopping year round. I keep a spreadsheet, like a Google Docs spreadsheet. So if I buy something that's for a stocking, for the Christmas Eve box, for under the tree, I enter it in and I throw it in the closet. And that way I already know. And when November or October pops up, I just look at the list and I see what I already have, and then I just fill in the gaps. So I got these ages ago, and the boys are going to love them. And the last big thing really for the Christmas Eve box is a game. I usually get a game, or at least some sort of activity, like a thing we can do together, because that's the name of the game in Christmas time, right? It's like, you know, family time, quality time. And I found the funniest game, you guys. I found this at Ollie's and it was only $5. Ollie's is also a really great discount store. If you have one in your area, you should definitely hit it up. It is so funny. It's just a bucket with like fake potatoes in it, and it's called Poop the Potato. And it's basically a game where you have to put a potato between your legs and try to squat it into the tub to get a point. And I thought this was so silly. My kids love a fart joke, okay? They are still at that age. Do you ever outgrow that? I still think farts are funny. I think a poop game, 1,000,000 out of 10, my kids are going to love this. We will play it immediately. It doesn't require like putting anything together or reading a huge, you know, rule book. This is something we can play right away at Christmas Eve, and they're gonna love it. All right, the next sort of group of things we're gonna talk about is the sweet treats, because we kind of split them up between, we'll throw a couple of them in the Christmas Eve box, and then we'll also put them in the Christmas stockings. We kind of separate them. So I'm gonna show you, this is our bridge from the box to the stocking. So the first thing, candy canes, of course. My kids aren't like huge, no one is a huge fan of a candy cane, but we like a couple. I usually have to toss a couple by the end of the season, but I just think they look so cute. We hang them on the stockings. I'll throw a couple in the Christmas Eve box. We always have to have candy canes. Next, I picked up some Warhead suckers. My kids, they both just love like a super sour thing as an activity, right? Who can keep it in their mouth the longest? Like, they feel like it's a talent that they can eat sour things, and they love a Warhead. So I picked these up to put between the things. Is it Christmas if we don't have some good old Reese's Shapes? And this year, I got the big bag. If you are a longtime follower, we have this discussion every single year. First off, I need to buy larger quantities because no matter what, I open this and eat some. And there's been many years in a row where I have to rebuy the Reese's Shapes because I have eaten them. So this year I went to Costco and I got a bag of 65 trees. So I can eat some of these and still have enough for the stocking and the Christmas Eve box. And the other thing we always discuss here is how the Shapes taste better than the other Reese's. Okay, they just do. And I saw a TikTok and I found out why. There's a different recipe. They use a different recipe for the Shapes. They have the addition of whey, an extra milk product, reduced protein whey, in parentheses, milk. And the other Reese's don't have that, and that's why they're better. I also think the ratio of peanut butter to chocolate is ideal. I will make a case for the Shapes till the day I die. I will die on this hill. The Shapes are the best, so we got a lot of those to go around. Another treat ski that I got is a bag of Halloween candy, because that is another really good hack, is that all the Halloween candy goes crazy on clearance right after Halloween. And as long as, I mean, it wouldn't matter if it was Halloween themed. This bag had bats on it, but all of the candy inside is just candy. There's nothing Halloween-y about it. So I picked this one, and my husband and I have been eating out of it still, but there's plenty left. And it's, you know, it's the good bits. So we'll put some of that candy in everything. And this, seriously, it was like $5 at Walmart. It was really, really clearanced out. And I got a ton of candy. So that was a good money-saving hack. And the last thing that we're going to split between the stockings and the Christmas Eve box, we got some classic Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. I love these. This is the only time, you know, that we do the Little Debbie thing pretty much is for a holiday. We love a little themed treatski. There's 5 in here, so I'll probably put 2 in the box, 1 in each stocking, and then the last one is for me. I mean, for Santa, of course. All right, moving on to the stockings. Now for my children's stockings, we pretty much do the same thing, identical for each stocking, but this year we had to deviate because at the last second, my little guy, he went to the orthodontist and he's getting an expander put in like the week before Christmas, which means he can't have any gummies. And my kids are like gummy freaks, and I already bought a bunch of gummy stuff and I was like, no! So I had to make some switches a bit so that my son Desmond would still have things he could be excited about, but I had to take the gummies out of his. So I'm gonna start with the things that are the same and then I'll show you where I deviate. So the first thing I got them, so exciting, toothbrushes. I love, like, actually for the month of like November, it's like if you need something, perfect. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna put it in the stocking. I saw these, I think, yeah, I got them at Ollie's, and they're so cute because they're Squishmallows. All little Squishmallows on a little spin brush, and you know, you should be replacing your toothbrush every couple of months or whatever. So I thought these were so cute, and my kids love Squishmallows. So I got them toothbrushes. So exciting. The next thing I picked them up, I also got at Ollie's, are these little Reese's filled pretzels. If you guys haven't tried these, they're so good. I love like a pretzel with a peanut butter filling in general, but the Reese's ones, like it has the Reese's type of peanut butter in there with all the extra sugar and stuff. So these are extra tasty, an extra treatski vibe from the huge. And I know my kids will love these, and Desmond can eat them with his expander in. So that's good. Nextly, I popped into Five Below yesterday just to get like a couple extra little bits, and they had all these cute little sunglasses. Look how cute these are. My kids, they love a sunglass. They love a little style accessory. I did get them the same ones because I didn't want anybody fighting. Didn't want to deal with it. So I got them each these little sunglasses, and they were $5 at Five Below each. So I got them those. Next, my husband was like, oh my God, this is a terrible idea. Don't do it. But I had to. My oldest, he's like, you know, getting in the tween years, he started wearing deodorant because he's getting smelly. And my little guy is jealous of this. He wants to wear deodorant. I'm like, fine, I don't care. You can wear deodorant. You don't smell, but like, that's fine. Get in the habit of it. They love pretending to be little men. You know, they're like just in this, the last little bits of like childhood, you know, before it all gets complicated and hormonal. And they just are like yearning to be teenagers, which is so cute and sweet. So I bought them each these little like cans of Axe. High definition scent, cool ocean, 48-hour aluminum free deodorant body spray. Of course, we will be practicing on just using a teeny tiny spritz. And I know it's dramatic, but they're going to love these. Next, we got them each a little bottle of Prime, a little mini bottle. And this is the lemonade. Now remember, with Prime, the Prime that comes in a can is a caffeinated energy drink. If you're gonna buy Prime for your kids, we just do it as a once in a while treat, which is why it's in the stocking. Make sure you go for the bottles because it is mostly coconut water with like electrolytes and whatever, like a Gatorade. So just as a note, someone always is like, don't give your kids Prime. I'm like, just make sure it's the one in the bottles and not the cans. So we got them each a little bottle. Next, I also got these at Five Below. My children specifically have both been asking for this, is their own wireless mice. I don't know, if it's a computer mouse, do you say mouses or do you say mice like it's an animal? Not really sure. I got them each a mouse. And these were $7 a piece, which I think is really expensive for like a very off-brand, like plasticky, not nice mouse. I probably could have ordered one from like Temu or whatever for like $1. That would have been like the same thing. I really was not pleased with some of Five Below's prices this year, I'm not gonna lie, but they did really want them and I wanted them to be at least a little bit fun. So we got periwinkle for one and white for the other. And I think they just like want to be cool at school and take these so that they don't have to use like the little pad on their Chromebooks. I think they just want to be cool. So I grabbed them each a mouse for the stocking. The last thing I got that is the same for them are these cute little cans of Cheez-Its. They're just regular Cheez-Its. There's nothing special about them other than there is a darling little penguin on them. That's all. And they were $1 and a great little stocking stuffer. These next two things are going to be for Fox because he can have gummies. We got him the Albanese Christmas trees. Albanese, 1,000,000 out of 10, the best gummy that exists. We had the pleasure of going to the Albanese factory in Indiana. If you ever find yourself in that area of the world and needing to kill some time, it was incredible. We love an Albanese. Okay, so my oldest son is getting that. And I also, at Ollie's, I found these gummy Lunchables. I thought this was so funny, especially because my oldest, he famously doesn't eat anything. Like, he would never eat a nacho or cheese or salsa. So it's like very funny that it's just like a gummy version of this, and he's going to totally think this is funny and love it. And I know my youngest is gonna be so disappointed that he can't eat this, but to make up for it, I got him one of his favorite treats, but it's the Christmas version. I thought these were so cute. I had never seen them before. Christmas moon pies, and he gets the whole box to himself. I'm not gonna split it up between them or anything. Wow, nut-free, dairy-free, and egg-free. So this is a very allergy-friendly treat. That's nice. I never knew that. I mean, we don't have any allergies, but it's good to know. All right, moving on. We are going to do my husband's stocking. Usually my husband and I pretty much get just edible things for each other because it kind of kills two birds with one stone. You gotta eat, am I right? Might as well fill the stocking with things to eat. So I'm gonna show you all the treats I got him. Starting out, we also got him some of these Albanese trees. He loves an Albanese gummy. He's not a chocolatey guy. If he wants a sweet treat, he's gonna pick like a candy, like a gummy, a fruity thing. So I picked these up for him. Also, his favorite candy in the world is a very delightful gummy-ish kind of candy called High Chew. It's like if a Starburst was artisanally made, if that makes sense. They are so delicious, but I got him two different kinds. This is a smaller pack, and this one has green apple and mango in it. But I also got him the big boy, the Fantasy Mix. If you want these and like you want like a ton of variety, like you can usually find them at the grocery store, but if you go to an Asian supermarket, you can find so many different varieties of High Chews. It's like the one thing he always gets when we go to the Asian supermarket. Next, I got him a big bag of nuts because nuts are expensive, you guys, and these ones, butter toffee cashews, okay? These are from Costco, and it's like one of those things that I just don't ever have 12 extra dollars in the grocery budget to get a bag of toffee cashews. It's just like not a regular item in the grocery rotation, but something that he would love if I would buy. So this is the perfect time of year to get him a big old bag of delicious sugary cashews. And the last thing I got for him is a log of salami. Actually, this came in a 3-pack, and the other 2 I needed to give to some people, and this was the 3rd one, and I was like, perfect. He loves a meat. He loves a cured meat, especially. Yeah, I know he'll love this, no problem at all. And the 3-pack I got at Costco, so that was a good deal as well. We love a fully edible stocking. All right, lastly, I'm gonna do the dog stocking, and I hope they don't notice. They're freaky smart when it comes to gift giving, and my dogs love Christmas. Be sure to come back for the Christmas vlog. It's never like really expertly put together. It's usually just some random footage to some nice like holiday music of everyone opening everything, and my family really likes to just like look back on those every year. And my dogs love opening their stocking. They love opening presents. They are like fully invested in Christmas. It is the most fun. I got this rubber duck. And it's the kind that when you squeeze it, it makes like the real outrageous sound, right? Like the really high-pitched squeak, and they love a toy. My dogs do not shred up toys. They like lovingly munch on them for years. Like I don't ever have to throw away toys. Our toy bin for the dogs is like overflowing because they love and cherish each of them and don't shred them. It's very cute. So I got this one. Make sure to come back for that video if you want to see the dogs probably absolutely fighting over this. It's going to be the toy of the year, I promise. The other toys I got this little 3-pack of squirrels that have little squeakers in them as well. I also picked this up at the bins on $1 day, so that was a good deal. I also got each of them a pig ear just to chew on. Delicious. We also got a little thing of treats for each of the stockings. These are the Milk Bone soft and chewy peanut buttery bites. And we also got the Milk Bone marrow snacks. I also got these little Blue Buffalo Delectables tender turkey toppers. And you just like pour it on top of their food. And I just thought it would be so cute for us on our Christmas meal when we get to eat our fancy nice meal. I'm gonna put these on the dog's dog food, and then they can also have a fancy little turkey meal. I just thought it was a cute idea, and they were like $1, so it was like a good deal. And the last thing for the dogs is just another little squeaky ball. My little lady, my Boston Terrier, she's a ball queen, okay? She could play with a tennis ball until she died. Like, it would just never ever stop. If she could be choosing what to do at any point, in any moment, it would be playing fetch with a ball. I think that's it. There you go. That is everything. Those are all the stockings this year, obviously except for mine. But probably, I can tell you, the thing I always get in my stocking is some Heinz beans from England. The recipe, the English recipe in like the turquoise can, it's the best. I love those beans. I love beans on toast, beans on a potato. Just my little Britishness inside coming out. So I know that will be in my stocking, but I don't know what else. You're gonna have to watch the vlog, I guess. So I hope you found this interesting. If you were just wondering, like, what does stockings look like for my family? This is what it looks like. Hopefully I gave you a little bit of inspiration if you needed it. And yeah, stay tuned because I'm also going to be uploading what I got them for Christmas. Just like their actual gifts for under the tree. That's coming up next. So if you want to see what we're doing there, stay tuned. And with that, I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.